Hey there, welcome to another Eve news and weather, and occasionally sports, which there will be this week because the Charity Cup has come to an end. Congratulations to, I wrote it down, Rage Sub Cancel Quit. Love the name. I was betting on the Piggies. I lost some points on that one, but I do not regret it. It was a great series overall. If you got a chance, I'm sure they'll have it on Twitch replay or maybe even on YouTube. I don't know. But go to the CCP channel on Twitch and I'm sure you can see it again. Fun battle. I actually like this format better than I do the normal Alliance tournament one. The idea of 6-on-6 means that the loss of any of the ships hurts, and you can see steamrolling happening again and again because people get caught out, and killed. So the other thing, there are a couple other things I want to talk about, but I'm trying to keep this really short this time. I'm shooting for sub 7. Uh, the latest video of Nerds, which is Eve Devs having a chat, came out, and I want to talk to you about that one for a second because it had some cool stuff in it. It's nice seeing the devs chat amongst themselves, and the things they chat about, how they express it, tells you a lot about the game in general. So this one had a few quotes that I actually took the time to stop, rewind, play it again. One of them was they were chatting about the live event. And the live event that happened was they actually thought they knew what was going to happen, which is hilarious because EVE Online players never do what they're supposed to do. And so they tend to not follow what is the expected outcome for them. And the quote from one of the devs was, "We were just so wrong." And that was about the 6 minute mark of the Nerds episode. I will put the link down below, and I love that one. That and the follow up that he was talking about. He was on Discord. Eve has a Discord. I will try to remember to put the link for that down below, but that's not in my notes right now. So if I don't, remind me and I'll put it into the comments wherever you are. But he was talking about getting so involved in this, even when he was off sick and had a fever, he still was on every day posting the numbers and the updates for how the drifter crisis was going on. The last thing I want to talk to you about was groups and the fact that the devs love the live events, but they love going to them and they love being a part of them. And the funny thing is, some of them got their jobs from being a part of these live events and going to them and being a part of them. And they wound up getting to know the devs, getting to know the players, and then all of a sudden they get hired by CCP. This is neat in its own way that the social people, the social devs are the ones who get hired, and they get hired from the internal crew of the social players. So there's hope for you if you actually go out and touch grass or you go out and actually talk to other Eve players. And one of them, there was another quote from Swift, and the funny thing he said was, it blows his mind how much you have in common with other Eve players. Like the ice is already broken. All you have to do is say, "Who do you fly with?" or "Are you PvP, PvE? What do you do? What do you do in the game?" That sort of thing, and they know what you mean. And already you have a bridge. And if they're enemies, then you can laugh about times they've blown you up. You can laugh about times you've blown them up, or talk about how bad that other crew is. Hey, at least you're not Test. Whatever. No offense to the Test people, if any still exist. I could have said Bob. On to the weather. The big movements I noticed, again, the init is adding players. They added another 630 players over the last 7 days, which is a nice jump and way more than the next closest was only half of that. So I don't know if init is recruiting or just grabbing other groups, but they are growing fast. The other one I want to mention was I talked about this last week or the week before, talking about how some changes to how the air, blanking on the word, already been drinking, how the bots were running air missions to try to, and then shoveling all the points into one character. When they changed that, all of a sudden, Witra, and yes, that's how I say it, is not the most violent system anymore. I thought it would take weeks for this to take effect. No, it took effect fast. And so the most violent high sex system was Ferrant. And over the past 3 hours, 24 hours, it was Jita, Yadama, which is a choke point and always was, and then Witra. But it's dropping and dropping precipitously. There's a big word for you. Anyways, it's fun to see when the devs make a minor change to see whether it does what they expect it to do, because, like I said, we tend to screw with them, or whether it does something even better. In the weeks to come, the FanFest is coming up. The Drifter event is coming up on the 15th. I'll be coming back in about a week, thereabouts. And oh, one last thing, Oz show was on today. If you want to know how the latest sales are going on and what they mean to you, what the best deal is, he's a good one to listen to. Again, I'll try to remember to drop a link. So, yeah, I think I can remember all of them. I doubt it, though, because yes, it's small because my daughter and I were drinking a flight, and so we had a set of different beers. This one is called Blackstone, and it is a solid black beer because I either drink really light lagers or really dark beers, Guinness being my favorite. Spit in your eye. See you in a week.